What an honor it is to be sitting in front of like an icon on so many levels. Shania Twain, thank you for taking a hot minute with Hot Country. You have given us songs for our weddings, our divorce, for our glow ups, and everything in between. And now we get Little Miss Twain. Tell us about this new album.
Little Miss Twain is the part of me that I have never had the chance to share or sit down and write and put together. Little Miss Twain is the little girl all the way up through till I got my recording contract in Nashville. So it's all of those years that are kind of absent from who people know as Shania Twain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to share that part of my life with everyone.
Related to the part when you were talking about how you looked growing up, I started looking back at my pictures. Oh my gosh, I had the bowl cut. It's funny when you look back and then you look at today. Did Little Miss Twain know how much of an impact that little girl was going to have on millions of people in the world?
Little Miss Twain had no clue what was coming. I can tell you that right now. Not a clue. I was going through life and my career development or my talent development one step at a time, without ever understanding where I could imagine where I would end up. I was looking at other artists that I admired and revered and thought, that is where, that is where I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to write those songs. I want to sing those songs. I want to be on that stage. Mm-hmm. But nowhere in my imagination was that a nearby reality. So when my mother was, according to her, I was going to be the next Tanya Tucker, that was, I don't know what she was thinking, but that was not going to happen anytime soon where we were living. We were living in Timmins, Ontario.
Yep.
I wasn't going to get discovered by a big major record label in Timmins, Ontario at the Maple Leaf Tavern. But what was happening is that I was learning how to be who I would then become as Shania Twain. I was learning how to be on stage, and I was learning all about the audience, difficult audiences I didn't understand. These were mostly intoxicated, majority male audiences, in little, bushmen, in these little bars, and they were very smoky, and it was always really late because I couldn't go in before last call. Mm-hmm. My mother was, in her mind, she believed that I had what it took to make it, and it was just not very realistic that I would make it anytime soon. And I did make it quite late in my life. I made it, my first top 10 I was 30.
Wow, well, you're so inspiring to everyone. What do you hope that your fans say and feel from song number 1 right to the end of this new album coming our way?
I hope my fans get a taste and a sense, even some sensory from the language and things that I use and the descriptive storytelling of what it is like to be where I'm from, what it looks like a little bit, and what just a sense of culturally what that might be. Just, we're a small gold mining town, although it is called a city. Yes. I remember at one time they changed it to city, the city of Timmins. I remember, I was very small. I don't remember what year that was, but the population has never really grown. It's a stabilized, I would say, tiny city in the north, and it's a region and a nature that I love. I reflect fondly on the winters, and I love when I say that. Some people go like, "Are you serious? How could you spend a whole winter in Timmins, Ontario?" And I really loved the winter there, and I loved our bush time and spending time out there. And I wrote so much music out in among the trees and by the river. The Matagami River was my go-to place to sit with my dog and my guitar, and all of those reflective times. So this is what I'm trying to capture, and I hope that people relate to.
Amazing. Well, thank you for giving us a part of your diary growing up. Congratulations on the new album. And we look forward to seeing you at the Horseshoe Tavern.
And you know, I'm singing about faded blue jeans, just
I
like
know,
that.
like I know. I
Faded
had
blue
to
jeans.
come prepared.
They were in style then,
jeans.
and they're in style now.
Yes, thank you so much. Shania Twain for hanging out with
Thank
Hot
you.
Country.